Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today, since the Oscars were announced 2 days ago, I am going to start reviewing every Oscar movie, or at least the ones up until the Oscars, or at least I'm going to try. I'm going to start with the ones I've seen, and then once I get certain streaming services, I'm going to start watching more of them. A lot of them are on Netflix, and I'm going to get Netflix soon, but let's start off with Nomadland, starring Frances McDormand, and was directed by Chloe Zhao, and is about, after losing everything in the Great Recession, a woman embarks on a journey through the American West, living as a van-dwelling modern-day nomad. Alright, let's talk about the positives of this movie. There are a lot. Frances McDormand is really, really good in this movie. One of her best. I do think she was better in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, but it's a different kind of performance here. This one's a lot more reserved and a lot more somber, and I think she pulled it off very well. She's great in this movie. I really hope she wins the Best Actress nomination, which she lost at the Golden Globes to someone else, to a movie that I heard wasn't even that good. So, I'm a little upset about that, but, I was more upset at Borat 2 beating Hamilton for Best Comedy or Musical, but, no use crying over spilt blood. Alright. And then there's, the cinematography. This movie looks incredible. I love the way this movie looks. So many great cinematography here. A lot of great sunset shots in the desert, which is some of my favorite cinematography looks. Some of my favorite atmospheres. This movie has a great atmosphere, by the way. It's a very reserved movie as well. Like, this movie is, like, you could say this movie, nothing really happens. But stuff does happen. It's just done very subtle. Everything is very subtle. It's a movie about someone's life. It's not eventful very much. And that does segue into my negatives, but let's finish talking about the positives first. The directing is excellent. One of the best directed films of last year. Chloe Zhao, who won the Golden Globe for Best Director, totally was worth it. I think she is a very talented filmmaker. I think this is the first film I've seen from her. She directed the movie The Writer, and I haven't seen that one, but I heard great things about it, and I will see it one day. It's high on my list of movies to watch. So, when I ever find that one, I will sure to give it a watch. Yeah, she did excellent at directing this film. Alright, and the supporting cast, who I heard most of them were played by actual nomads, like actual people living in vans. Not actors. They were really good. People who have never acted before, they actually were pretty good. I don't know how, they did that, and made them good, because usually when this happens, they're usually not that great actors, but they were, not in this case, they were really good in this movie. My desk is shaking. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they were really, really good in this movie. Alright, and I loved the ending. The ending kind of got me a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. I got a little emotional during this movie. I didn't cry per se, or however it's said, but the ending kind of made me emotional, and the soundtrack is the official soundtrack is really good. Really, really good. Alright, and then this is where we go into my negatives for the film. It's slow. I'm not even gonna lie, this is one of the slowest movies of last year. This movie, it's very slow. It's filled with a lot of very slow talking, soft acting, which is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. It's full of a lot of slow lingering shots, slow shots of still shots of landscapes. There's not a lot of things going on. The movie is extremely slow paced. It's one of those movies where you're like, alright, so So we got to be like, what, 50 minutes to an hour in? You check and you're like 30 minutes in. It's one of those movies. It's extremely slow. You need to be very patient for this one, my friends. If you have ADD or anything like that, you are probably going to be in hell, because this movie is extremely slow. Or unless you have ADD and you're just, amazed by like the acting and cinematography and stuff. There's not a lot of things that happen in this movie. Now, I don't think I need to see Frances McDormand poop in a bucket twice, in my opinion, but I didn't think I needed to see that. All right, anything else I can talk about? Anything? I thought I didn't think this movie felt rushed or anything. This movie definitely takes its time with its characters and its atmosphere and environment. There's something that happens at the end of the movie that I wish, it's a huge spoiler, but I wish it was just a little more emotional, like an emotional punch. I mean, I get what it was going for, and it was emotional, but I just wanted it to, drive it home a bit more, get the waterworks going. But it didn't, at least not for me. All right. Is that all? Yeah, I think it is. Sorry this review is shorter. It probably is, and every time I say that, it's a lot longer than anticipated. Alright, but in conclusion, Nomadland is one of the best films of last year. Definitely worth checking out. It's on Hulu right now if anyone has a Hulu subscription. Or maybe just get like a 7 free trial of it if they do that, and just watch it, alright? Because it's a great film, I highly recommend it. I'm going to give Nomadland an A and is a must-see. So, if you've seen Nomadland, what did you think about it? And if you like this review, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.